there are more people with genius IQs living in China than there are people of any kind living in the United States.
It can't possibly be true.
It is.
What would account for that?
Well, first, an awful lot of people live in China, but here's the question. How do you distinguish yourself in the population of people who all got 1600 on their SATs?
I didn't know they take SATs in China.
They don't. I wasn't talking about China anymore. I was talking about me.
You got a 1600?
Yes, I could sing in an acapella group, but I can't
Does that mean you actually got nothing wrong?
Broke through earn the $25 PC.
Or you get into a final club?
Or get into a final club.
You know, from a woman's perspective, sometimes not singing in an acapella group is a good thing.
This is serious.
On the other hand, I do like guys who rope crew.
Well, I can't do that.
I was kidding.
Yes, I got nothing wrong on the test.
Have you ever tried
I'm trying right now
to rope crew?
to get into a final club. To rope crew? No, are you like whatever, delusional?
Maybe it's just sometimes you say two things at once and not sure which one I'm supposed to be aiming at.
But you've seen guys who rope crew, right?
No.
Okay, well, they're bigger than me. They're world-class athletes. And a second ago you said you like guys who are crews. I assumed you had met one.
I guess it just meant I like the idea of it. You know, the way a girl likes cowboy.
Okay.
Should we get something to eat?
Would you like to talk about something else?
No! It's just since the beginning of the conversation about finals club, I think I may have missed a birthday. There are really more people in China with genius IQs
Phoenix is the most diverse. The Fly Club, Roosevelt Punch Torque,
Which one?
the Brazilian, the pork, it's the best of the best.
Which Roosevelt?
Theodore.
Is it true that they send a bus around to pick up girls who want to party with Nick's head chairman?
So you can see why it's so important to get in.
Okay, well, which is the easiest to get into?
Why would you ask me that?
I was just asking.
None of them. That's the point. Our friend Eduardo made $300,000 betting oil futures one summer, and Eduardo won't come close to getting in. The ability to make money doesn't impress anybody around here.
Must be nice. You made $300,000 in the summer.
He likes meteorology.
You said it was oil futures.
You can read the weather, you can predict the price of heating oil. I think you asked me that because you think the final club that's easiest to get into is the one where I'll have the best chance.
What?
You asked me which one was the easiest to get into because you think that that's the one where I'll have the best chance.
The one that's the easiest to get into would be the one where anybody has the best chance.
You didn't ask me which one was the best one. You asked me which one was the easiest.
I was honestly just asking, okay? I was just asking to ask. Mark, not speaking code.
Erica.
You're obsessed with finals clubs. You finals club's OCD and you need to see someone about it who prescribe you some sort of medication. You don't care if the side effects may include blindness.
Final clubs. Not final there's a difference between being obsessed and being motivated.
Yes. There is.
All you do that was cryptic, so you do speak in code.
I didn't mean to be cryptic.
I'm just saying I need to do something substantial in order to get the attention of the clubs.
Why?
Because they're exclusive and fun, and they lead to a better life.
Teddy Roosevelt get elected president because he was a member of the Phoenix
He was a
Club.
member of the Porcellian, and yes, he did.
Well, why don't you just concentrate on being the best you can be?
Did you really just say that?
I was kidding. Although just because someone's trying to make it any
I want
less
to try to be straightforward with you and tell you that I think you might want to be a little more supportive. If I get in, I will be taking you to the events and the gatherings, and you'll be meeting a lot of people you wouldn't normally get to meet.
do that for me.
Or dating.
Okay. I wanna try and be straightforward with you and let you know that we're not
Wait,
not dating anymore. I'm sorry.
is this a joke?
No, it's not.
You're breaking up with me?
You're gonna introduce me to people I wouldn't normally have the chance to meet. What the what is that supposed to mean?
Settle down.
What is it supposed to mean?
Erica, the reason we're able to sit here and drink right now is because he used to sleep with the door guy.
Door guy. His name is Bobby. I have not slept with the door guy. The door guy is a friend of mine. and he's a perfectly good class of people. And what part of Long Island are you from? Wimbledon?
Wait,
I'm going back to
Wait.
my door.
wait. Is this real?
Yes.
Okay, then wait. I apologize, okay?
I have to go study.
Erica?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I mean it.
I appreciate that, but I have to go
Come on, you don't have to study. You don't have to study. Let's just talk.
I can't.
Why?
Because it's exhausting. Dating you is like dating a stairmaster.
All I meant is that you're not likely to currently. I wasn't making a comment on your parents. I was just saying that you go to BU. I was stating a fact. That's all. And if it seemed rude, then of course I apologize.
I have to go study.
You don't have to study.
Why do you keep saying I don't
Cause
study?
you go to BU. Wanna get some food?
So sufficiently impressed with my education.
I'm sorry I don't have a rowboat. So we're even.
I think we should just be friends.
I don't want friends.
I was just being polite. No intention of being friends
I'm under some pressure right now from my OS class, and if we could just order some food, I think we should be.
You were probably going to be a very successful computer person. You're gonna go through life thinking that girls don't like you because you're a nerd. And I want you to know from the bottom of my heart that that won't be true.
Albright's a bitch. Do you think that's because her family changed their name from Albrecht? Or do you think it's because all you girls are bitches? For the record, she may look like a 34C, but she's getting all kinds of help from our friends at Victoria's Secret. She's a 34B, as in barely anything there. False advertising. The truth is, she has a nice face. I need to do something to take my mind off her. Easy enough, except I need an idea. I'm a little intoxicated. I'm not gonna lie. So what if it's not even 10 p.m. and it's a Tuesday night? The Kirkland Facebook is open on my desktop, and some of these people have pretty horrendous Facebook pics. Oh no! Billy Olson sitting here and had the idea of putting some of the pictures next to pictures of farm animals and have people vote on who's hotter. Good call, Mr. Olson. It's on. I'm not gonna do the farm animals, but I like the idea of comparing two people together. It gives the whole thing a very Turing feel, since people's ratings of the pictures will be more implicit than, say, choosing a number to represent each person's hotness like they do on HotOrNot.com. the first thing we're going to need is a lot of pictures. Unfortunately, Harvard doesn't keep a public centralized Facebook, so I'm going to have to get all the images from the individual houses that people are in. Let the hacking begin. First up is Kirkland. They keep everything open and allow indexes in their Apache configuration, so little W get magic is all that's necessary to download the entire Kirkland Facebook. Kid stuff. Next is Elliot. They're also open, but with no indexes on Apache. I can run an empty search and it returns all the images in the database in a single page. And I can save the page and Mozilla will save all the images for me. It does. Excellent. Moving right along. Excuse me! Everybody! You were one of the oldest, one of the most exclusive clubs, not just at Harvard, combo, and I'm gonna go ahead and say they don't have access to the main FAS user database, so they have no way of detecting an intrusion. Adams has no security but limits the number of results to 20 a page. All I need to do is break out the same script I used on Lowell and we're set. Quincy has no online Facebook. What a sham. Nothing I can do about that. Dunster is intense. Not only is there no public directory, but there's no directory at all. You have to do searches, and if your search returns more than 20 matches, nothing gets returned. And once you do get results, they don't link directly to the images, they link to a PHP that redirects or something weird. This may be difficult. I'll come back later.
Hey, Sharpie stuff. What? Great boy. Beautiful fish.
Thanks. Clever is a little better. They still make you search, but you can do an empty search and get links to pages with every student's picture. It's slightly obnoxious that they only let you view one picture at a time, and there's no way I'm gonna go to 500 pages to download pics one at a time, so it's definitely necessary to break out Emacs and modify that Perl script. Done.
Hey, what's going on?
Perfect timing. Eduardo's here and he's going to have the key ingredient.
Hey, Mark.
Wardo.
You and Eric are split up.
How did you know that?
It's on your blog.
Yeah.
Are you alright?
I need you.
I'm here for you.
No, I need the algorithm used to rank chess players.
Are you okay?
We're ranking girls.
You mean other students?
Yeah.
You think this is such a good idea?
I need the algorithm.
Mark,
I need the algorithm.
give each girl a base rating of 1400. At any given time, girl A has a rating R, and girl B has a rating RB.
When any two girls are matched up, there's an expectation of which will win based on their current rating, right?
Yeah. And those expectations are expressed this way.
Let's write it.
On the left, the right, left, the right. Works. Who should we send it to first?
Dwyer.
Neil. Who are you gonna send it to?
Just a couple of people. Question is, who are they gonna send it to?
My roommate. Alright. He blogged about you. You don't want to read it.
Maybe we should shut it down before we get into trouble.
4 in the morning? Well, there's a very unusual amount of traffic to the switch at Kirkland. You're saying it's unusual for 4 in the morning? No, this would be unusual for halftime at the Super Bowl. Alright. Go in.
What's going on?
Harvard's network is about to crash. You don't think I do? See this everybody. Can't connect. The network's unless it's a coincidence, I think this is us. It's not a coincidence.
So you were called in front of the ad board.
That's not what happened.
You weren't called in front of the administrative board.
No, back. I mean, that's back at the bar with Erica Albright. She said all that. Bar. That I said that stuff to her.
I was reading from the transcript of her deposition.
Why would you even need to depose her?
That's really for us to decide.
Think if I know she can make me look like a jerk, I'll be more likely to settle. Why don't we
stretch our legs for a minute. Can we do that? It's been almost 3 hours, and frankly, you did spend an awful lot of time embarrassing Mr. Zuckerberg with the girl's testimony from the bar.
I'm not embarrassed. You just made a lot of that up.
She was under oath.
Then I guess that would be the first time somebody's lied under oath.
Say got 2,200 hits within 2 hours.
1,000.
What?
Is there any way to make this a fair fight? Jump out and swim. You'd have to jump out and drown. Oh, you could row forward and I could row backward. We're genetically identical. Sciences would stay in one place. 2 nights ago, a sophomore choked the network from the laptop of Kirkland. Bruh. At 4 a.m. Ow. He set up a website where he vote on the hotness of female undergrads. What were we doing that none of us heard about this? Oh no. 3-hour low-rate technical row before breakfast. Full course loads, studying, another 3 hours in the tank, and then studying. I'm not sure how we missed it. How much activity was there on this thing? 22,000 page requests. 22,000? And this got hacked to Facebook for 7 houses. He set up the whole website in one night. He did it while he was drunk. 22,000. How do you know he was drunk? He was blogging simultaneously. No, I think way ahead of you. This is our guy. Cameron Winklevoss, WINKLEVOSS. Cameron spelled the usual way. Tyler Winklevoss. Tyler spelled the usual way, and my last name is the same as my brother's.
Mr. Zuckerberg, this is an administrative board hearing. You're being accused of intentionally breaching security, violating copyrights, violating individual privacy by creating the website www.facemash.com. You're also charged with being in violation of university policy on distribution of digitized images. Before we begin with our questioning, you're allowed
You know, I've already apologized to Nick Crimson, to the ABHW, to Force Latina, and to any woman at Harvard who may have been insulted, as I take it that they were. As for any charges stemming from the breach of security, I believe I deserve some recognition from this board.
I'm sorry.
Yes.
I don't understand.
Which part?
You deserve recognition.
I believe I pointed out some pretty gaping holes in your system. Excuse me, may
Yes.
Mr. Zuckerberg, I'm in charge of security for all computers on the Harvard network, and I can assure you of its sophistication. In fact, it was that level of sophistication that led us to you in less than 4 hours. 4 hours. Yes, sir. That would be impressive, except if you had known what you were looking for, you would have seen it written on my dorm room window. So, 6 months academic probation. Wow. Let's make an example out of you. They had my blog. I shouldn't have written that thing about the farm animals. That was stupid. But I was kidding, for God's sakes. Doesn't anybody have a sense of humor? I try to stop you. I know. How do you do this thing where you manage to get all girls Let's look at a sample problem. Suppose we're given a computer with a 16-bit virtual address and a page size of 256 bytes. The system uses one-level page tables that start at address hex 400. Maybe you want DMA on your 16-bit system. Who knows? The first few pages are reserved for hardware flags, etc. Assume page table entries have 8 status bits. The 8 status bits would then be anybody? Let's see, we have our first surrender. Don't worry, Mr. Zuckerberg. Brighter men than you have tried and failed this class. One valid bit, one modified bit, one reference bit, 5 permission bits. That is correct. Does everybody see how he got there? Mark? You Mark Zuckerberg? Yeah. Emma Winklevoss. Hi. Tyler Winklevoss. You guys related? It's good. Funny. Never heard that before. What can I do for you? Did I insult your girlfriends? No, you didn't. Actually, you never asked. You wished you had. No. There's an idea we want to talk to you about.
Guillermo?
You guys look like you spent some time at the gym.
We have to.
Why?
We're a crew.
Yeah, I've got a minute.
Great. So you ever been inside the porcelain?
No?
Oh, we understand we can't take you past the bike room 'cause you're not a member.
I've heard.
Sandwich or something?
Okay.
Mark, right?
Yeah.
Mark, Stevie, Narendra, partner. We're really impressed with Face Smash. Checked you out. You also built Course Match. I don't know Course Match. Go online and see what courses your friends are taking. Really smart, man. Mark.
Yeah.
Talking about Course Match.
It was kind of a no-brainer.
You had something in high school too, right?
An app for an MP3 player that recognizes your taste in music.
Maybe try to buy it.
Microsoft.
How much?
Didn't sell it. Uploaded it for free.
For free.
Yeah.
Why? Okay. Well, we have something that we've been working on for a while. We think it's great. It's called the Harvard Connection. You create your own page, interest, bio, friends. people go online, see your bio, request.
Yeah, how's that different from MySpace or Friendster?
Harvard.edu. Harvard.edu is the most prestigious email address in the country. The whole site's kind of based on the idea that girls, not to put anything in delicate, girls want to give guys a good harbor. If you and my brother don't have trouble putting things in delicate, main difference between what we're talking about and MySpace, Friendster, any of those other social networking sites.
Is exclusivity. Right.
Right. Yeah. We'd love for you to work with us more. I mean, we need a gifted programmer who's creative. And we know that you've been taking the shits. Women's groups are ready to declare fatwa. But you know, this could help rehabilitate your image.
Wow. You would do that for me.
We'd like to work with you. Our first programmer graduated and went to work for Google. Our second programmer just got overwhelmed with schoolwork. We would need you to build the site, write the code, and we'll provide all the
I'm in.
what?
I'm in.
Awesome.
That's what you said. It was 3 or 4 years ago. I don't know what I said.
When did you come to Eduardo?
I don't understand that question.
You remember answering in the affirmative.
Affirmative.
When did you come to Eduardo with the idea for Facebook?
It was called the Facebook then. This doesn't need to be that difficult. I'm currently in the middle of 2 different lawsuits. Did you answer affirmatively when Tyler and Cameron Winklevoss and Vivian Narendra asked you to build Harbor Connection? Did you say yes? I said I'd help.
When did you approach Mr. Savern with the idea for the Facebook?
I wouldn't say I approached him.
Sigh.
You can answer the question.
At a party at Alpha Epsilon Pi.
What's that?
The Jewish fraternity. It was Caribbean night. Guys in here generally attracted to Asian girls. The Asian girls are generally attracted to guys like me. I'm developing an algorithm to define the connection between Jewish guys and Asian girls. Only is that complicated, they're hot, they're smart, they're not Jewish, and they can't dance. Mark's here. Mark! think I've come up with something. Hang on, I gotta tell you something you're not gonna believe. Mark, I got punched by the Phoenix. Are you kidding? No. I mean, it's just the first four-step process. But they slid the invitation on my door tonight. My first punch party tomorrow. So, you got punched by the Phoenix. Yeah. Probably just a diversity thing. It's diverse thing. Ride that horse until what did you want to talk to me about? Mark? Yeah. You said you'd come up with something. Yeah, I think I've come up with something. Come outside. It's 20 degrees outside. I can't stare at that loop of Niagara Falls, which has absolutely nothing to do with the Caribbean. People came to face smash in a stampede, right? Yeah. But it wasn't because they saw pictures of hot girls. You can go anywhere on the internet and see pictures of hot girls. Yeah. It was because they saw pictures of girls that they knew. People wanna go on the internet and check out their friends, so why not build a website that offers that friends, pictures, profiles, whatever you can visit, browse around. Maybe it's someone you just met at a party, but I'm not talking about a dating site. I'm talking about taking the entire social experience of college and putting it online. I can't feel my legs. I know. I'm totally psyched about this too, but Wardo. Yeah. It would be exclusive. You would have to know the people on the site to get past your own page, like getting punched. That's good. Wardo, it's like a final club except we're the president. I told him I thought it sounded great. It was a great idea. There was nothing to hack. People were gonna provide their own pictures, their own information, and people had the ability to invite or not invite their friends to join. See, in a world where social structure was everything, that was the thing. It was a big project, and he was going to have to write tens of thousands of lines of code. So I wondered why he was coming to me and not his roommates, Dustin Moskovitz and Chris Hughes. They were programmers. We're gonna need a little startup cash to rent the servers and get it online. So that was why.
Did he offer terms?
Yes.